Skinny Hardaway 17 back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Hold on, what the hell? Yeah, my bad. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If this your first time, do your boy a solid. Don't make it the last time. Hit that subscription button as well. We talk this good boxing, MMA, sports, parlays, predictions every single day, and not just today, man. Today I'm here with bit of news you could use, man. I was going to talk about, the Javante Tank Davis and Jake Paul fight and how they wasn't, selling any tickets, or at some point, but just got, some even more interesting news, you know what I mean, across the board, right? I see my guy Ray Buck in here. Was good, Ray Buck. Appreciate you sliding through. My guy Ray Buck said again. Yeah, Ray, again, Ray. Yeah, Ray, again, Ray. People swear that, we be, people swear that, I don't know, for some reason, people like to, like, play Tank as a victim. For some reason, like, I noticed, like, people like to, make Tank the victim. Like, oh, why everybody's picking that, Javante Tank Davis, right? It ain't like, we're not asking nobody, to win no Nobel Peace Prizes, right? But it's like this boy just don't learn, right? He just don't learn. So we had this conversation before, right? And I had people tell me, well, uh, it was the same woman, people just out to get him and stuff like that. Well, I wonder, is this woman right here out to get him as well? You know what I mean? So y'all know me. Y'all know me. I'm pretty consistent in what I do, right? So I wonder, is this, I want to do this woman just got it out, you know what I mean, for Javante Tank Davis, right? But let's read this article, right, so I can get y'all the news straight from the source, right? This is the ESPN story. This story dropped about 40 minutes ago, something like that, right? About 40 minutes ago. Javante Tank Davis has once again found himself in some considerable legal trouble. Just 2 weeks before his exhibition fight with Jake Paul on November 14th, a new lawsuit, a new lawsuit filed in Miami-Dade County has put the WBA lightweight champion in yet another domestic incident, right? So these domestic incidents keep happening. Now you got the first lady, right, who left him alone. You got the baby mama twice, right? And then now you got this third lady, this stripper, right? So that's four different times. Javante Tank Davis has had an incident of this. Three different women, four different times. Now, some people out here still gonna tell you that everybody out to get this little dude, right? But I digress. I digress. According to the lawsuit acquired by ESPN, Davis is accused by ex-girlfriend Courtney Roselle of battery, aggravated battery, false imprisonment, kidnapping, and intentionally infliction of emotional distress. The lawsuit comes 2 months after Davis' previous domestic case was dropped by a different ex-girlfriend and the mother of two two out of three of the boxer's kids. Right. So this is the new lady. And this is not the lady that dropped the case last time. This is a whole different lady, right? And he may not get as lucky this time, right? Because this isn't his baby mama. This is an ex-girlfriend. ESPN also confirmed with one of the women's attorney. The police report was filed on October 28th at Miami Gardens PD. Messages left with Miami Gardens PD were not immediately returned to ESPN. According to the complaint, Davis allegedly stormed into Tootsie's, which is where the stripper, which is where the girl works, right? Which is where the stripper works, right? So he beating up, the stripper, his stripper ex-girlfriend. A Miami gentleman club where Roselle worked as a VIP cocktail waitress. in the early hours of October 27th and attacked her inside of the club's VIP lounge. She says Davis dragged her through the stairwell, kitchen, and the back exit before physically assaulting her in the parking lot. Roselle said that she was in a 5 month relationship with Davis prior to the incident and cited multiple instances of domestic violence, abuse, threats made by the fighter concerning her safety and well-being. Roselle said in the lawsuit there were at least 4 previous incidents in which Tank Davis physically assaulted and choked her. On 2 occasions, she says Davis threatened to kill her. The first incident took place September 2nd, 2025, when Davis allegedly threatened to kill Roselle for not responding to his calls and messages. So he threatened the stripper that he was going to kill the stripper because the stripper didn't respond to his calls and messages. Maybe she was at work being a stripper. You ever thought of that? Maybe she was at work doing stripper shit. you know, maybe Tank still just at work doing stripper shit. You know what I mean? You ever thought of that? Uh, but I digress, right? But I digress. A second incident took place on September 23rd when he says Davis accused her of infidelity in text, "I'll kill you," later that day. Davis allegedly physically assaulted Roselle, choking her in public at Playa Miami, a restaurant in the Lincoln Road shopping district. The suit says Davis sent Roselle a text message after the October 28th incident stating, "I'm on my way to your house," when Roselle interrupted as the boxer headed to her home to continue assaulting her. The lawsuit states Roselle is currently suffering from PTSD, anxiety, and extreme fear, while saying that she is living with others because she no longer feels safe alone and is actively seeking therapeutic treatment to address the severe emotional and physical harm caused by Javante Tank Davis. The attorneys are demanding compensatory and punitive damages along with a request for trial by jury. Davis has had numerous run-in with the law over the years, including charges related to domestic violence and fleeing the scene of a car accident. But he was sentenced to 90 days on house arrest and 3 years of probation for a 2023 hit and run case in Baltimore. What's good, DS? ESPN reached out to representatives for Davis who have not yet to respond. ESPN also reached out to representatives for Jake Paul's MVP promotion to see if the lawsuit would affect the status of the Paul Davis fight in Miami on November 14th. Most Valuable Promotions did not respond to the request for a comment. They send this. They need to send this. They need to send this Tank. So basically, what all they said in a nutshell was right. Javante Tank Davis went up to his ex-girlfriends, who was a stripper. Right, he's a stripper. Apparently, he can't let the stripper go, so he beating on the baby mama. He beating on the stripper. Right, but it's still gonna be somebody in here that tell you that I'm picking on Tank Davis and that them girls setting them up. Right, niggas gonna say, well, you know how it go. 4 different times, boss. 3 different women, 4 different times. But anyway, I digress. Basically, what they said is that Javante Tank Davis came up to her job, which is a strip club, snatched her out the VIP room, right, which is where she was working. She was probably in there with a man doing VIP room shit, right? Tank Davis got a stripper. Tank Davis is trying to save. You can't save these hoes, Tank. You ain't learned that yet, man. If these hoes don't want to be saved, Tank, you can't be out here saving these hoes, beating on them and shit because they don't want to go with you. Let that woman be a stripper, Tank. Let that woman be a stripper, Tank, man. JD, yes, again, man. That man is a menace, right? So basically, he went to a job, went into the VIP lounge, snatched her up, drug her out the back, right, through the kitchen. So they let you know that he probably been there a few times, right? Drug her out the back, through the kitchen, right? Said he took her in the parking lot where he's, then assaulted her. Now, all of this is alleged, right? All of this is alleged. So it's not a fact. Yeah, he hasn't been charged with anything just yet. This was a civil lawsuit that was filed. In the civil lawsuit, lady stated that he has done this multiple times. DS said Tank worship as hell. No, Tank worship. Tank don't know. Tank one of them dudes that don't like to be. Apparently he don't like men told no. Right? Yeah. Said he snatched her after VIP lounge. drug her through the kitchen, out the back door, into the parking lot where he physically assaulted her. That's what the report said, right? Now we don't know exactly right what happened, but we do know that a lawsuit was filed, and people are going to say, well, anybody can file a lawsuit, and that's true. Anybody can file a lawsuit, and the charges, well, I don't know. The last time I figured the charges would get dropped because that was the second time he got into it with his baby mama, right? And she never pushed through with the charges, his baby mama, right? Because his baby mama don't want to see him in jail. This lady, maybe this lady want to get paid. So I think this time it's finally gonna catch up with him. I think it's finally gonna catch up with her now because this lady sounds like she wants to get it in blood. You know what I mean? And now somebody still gonna tell you, somebody still gonna tell you, right? Somebody's still gonna tell you that, these women are out to get tanked. At a certain point, man, at a certain point, ain't no excuses, bro. At a certain point, when you're going, Tank is traveling to these places to assault these women. He the first time with him and the baby mama, it happened at their house, right? So they were already together, right? So we can't, no, we ain't gonna knock him too much for that. They living together, shit happens, right? They living together. The second time with the baby mama, he went to her mother's house. This time with the stripper that he can't seem to let go on his T-Pain shit. Tank on his T-Pain shit right now. He in love. Tank on his T-Pain shit right now, right? He in love with the stripper. Tank, no means no, my guy. No means no, man. I know you light skinned. I know you light skinned, right? And I know y'all good with the ladies and shit, but apparently, man, apparently, man, something ain't going, like it's something. He's just getting, Tank used to getting away with shit because he likes it, right? Apparently, man, something ain't going right now, man. Why you gotta keep, you keep, these situations, right, keep popping up. These situations keep popping up, and I ain't saying that he's guilty right now because it has not been proven if he's guilty or not. But I tell you this is like the fourth goddamn time he's done this. Man. It's like the fourth time this has been an issue, right? It's continuing to be an issue. You know what I mean? And now the lady has found a civil lawsuit, and she's seeking compensation. It sounds like this lady. It sounds like this lady it sounds like this lady, ain't with the back and forth. It sounds like she about to take it to the full extent. From what I'm reading, it looks like this lady is probably about to take it to the full extent. Right? Is it no smoke without fire? This isn't the first time. It's never ended with Tank. Yeah, man. Like it's not the first time. It's actually the fourth time, right? Third different lady. Now I had said something like, "Bro, it's been multiple women saying the same shit, right?" And people were saying, "Well, those women trying to get him." I said, "Man, those women aren't even pressing charges on Tank. Those women are actually dropping the charges, and then they use that as if you see, well, the charges getting dropped, right? So it must not be true the charges getting dropped, right? But the charges get dropped when the woman don't want to send you to jail. Everybody was saying, "Oh, they out to get Tank." I'm saying, bruh, look at the situation. Those women at first literally are trying not to get him locked up. He keep whooping their ass. This lady said this is his fourth time whooping her ass, and now she's trying to get him locked up. These women, at least them other women, right? Those other women weren't trying to get Tank locked up. The first lady just left Tank alone. The first lady just left Tank alone. She ain't even filed the charges. She just walked away, left him alone. The baby mama, the first time she dropped the charges. The second time she dropped the charges. She's calling the baby mama is calling the police to get Tank to stop whooping her ass. She's not trying to get him locked up. This lady though, this lady might be trying to get him locked up, and not in the sense that she's trying to set him up, in the sense that she tired of getting her ass whooped. In the sense that she's tired of getting her ass whooped. You know what I mean? Now, hey, that he don't want to learn. I think he gonna learn this time though, because I think this lady right here, this lady don't want him. This stripper lady, she don't want him. My bad. Yeah, this lady right here though. I don't think that this lady, wants to be in the mix with him because this lady, from what I read, right, she had been ignoring the calls. She ain't really been hitting them up. He popped up at her job. Tank was threatening. He was, I ain't gonna say that, allegedly, right, in the reports. My bad, my bad, my bad. Okay, but yeah, in the reports, right, in the reports, it said that Tank Davis came up to this woman's job, right. I'm about to read again. I'm gonna read. I just read the ESPN report. I'm about to read the report from somewhere else. Right? I just read the ESPN report, World Boxing News. Everybody may be getting the same thing though, right? But let's go to World Boxing News, right? Javante Tank Davis has landed in yet another legal storm, and thousands of tickets remain unsold for his planned fight with Jake Paul in 2 weeks, giving the perfect excuse for the event to collapse before it begins. He said, "Then why he ain't in jail? Y'all act like y'all don't know the game. Then why he not in jail?" The first time, right? He was on the run. What I mean? A civil case was filed against him, right? And you saying that it's a game? What's the game? Nah, really, Zach. Nah, Zach. What's the game, bro? I'm finna drop this link. I'm finna drop this link here for bro. Just him. Just him. I want him to explain to me what the game is. Because if you're about to say what I think you're about to say, cool. I'm gonna let you do that. But I'm gonna tell you why that's bullshit, right? So I'm finna drop this link for you, bro. I'm finna drop, yeah, facts. Game of Gorilla Pimpin', right? I'm finna drop this link for you. And that ain't the game, bro. The game is if the hoe wanna go, you let the hoe go and you get a new hoe. You beating these hoes to make a mistake. That's what Tank doing. Tank beating these hoes because they want to leave. You know what I mean? What's the game? The game. So basically, what you saying is they trying to set Tank up, right? If all these women, these women, right, trying to set him up, right? And Tank has been in jail for domestic violence, right? A civil suit was filed this time, right? A civil suit means that he has to go to court. She's seeking compensation. This was at a club, so this shit is on video. It's at the nightclub. It's at the strip club. You know, a civil case has been filed. The multi-division world champ faces serious civil lawsuit in Miami-Dade County, accused of violently attacking, choking, and kidnapping his ex-girlfriend Courtney Roselle in a shocking incident at her workplace. Filed by Richard C. Wolf of Wolf Law Miami, PA, and Jeff C. Kawama Law Group, PA. The complaint alleges a pattern of domestic violence stretching back months. According to court documents filed on Wednesday, October 29th, obtained by Ball Alert, a post by WBN, Roselle claims Davis stormed into Tootsie's Gentleman Club in Miami 27th, dragged her through multiple rooms, and beat her in the parking garage while she screamed for help. The filing list counts of battery, aggravated battery, false imprisonment, kidnapping, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Pattern of violence. Roselle, who reportedly dated Davis for around 5 months, described repeated assaults and death threats during their relationship. On October 23rd, Davis allegedly choked her in public at Player Miami before sending a chilling text that read, "I'll kill you." Attorneys claim the latest attack fits a disturbing pattern. Their filing references multiple prior arrests involving Davis for domestic violence dating back and spanning 8 years to 2017. They argue Davis has a propensity for violence and that his profession as a boxer makes his conduct particularly dangerous. Roselle is said to be suffering from PTSD, ongoing anxiety and fear, now undergoing therapy and living with others for her own safety. Legal team is seeking compensatory and punitive damages while jury trial requested to hold Davis accountably publicly. So they're requesting, him to be in court. They're requesting a child. WBN understands that the Netflix and its venue partners are already reviewing their positions due to the media storm that will follow yet another claim of violence from a female. Sponsors and networks are also believed to be on the alert, anticipating the fallout if the claims gather traction. WBN has reached out to Davis for clarification for the event. They were saying that the fight, you know, was struggling anyway, right? So the fight has not been canceled or anything like that, but you know, they were saying that the fight was struggling anyway up until this point. I dropped that link for Zachariah too for Zachariah to come up here and tell me the game so I can know exactly what the game is. I want to know exactly what the game is, my brother. You know, that's why I dropped that jump for him so he could tell me. Right, for all the for people like I want to hear the other side to this, right? Because I want to hear the other side to this. I want to hear the other side to the fourth time he did this with the third lady, right? So I do want somebody to get up here and and tell me and try to explain this to me. My brother ain't in the back yet. I asked Zacharias to come up because I'm curious to know exactly what the game is. This is another lady. So basically, what you saying, Zacharias, is this is another lady, right? Trying to This is another lady lying on him, right? Don't you saying another lady just trying to get his money? So if we saying this is another lady just trying to get his money, the other ladies never even asked him for money. The other three assault cases, the other three domestic violence cases that he had, those ladies didn't ask for any money, right? Those ladies didn't ask for money. So this thing that they try and take his money, they didn't ask for money. They asked for Tank to stop whooping their ass. That's what they asked for. They have never took Tank to court. The first girl he beat didn't take him to court. She just want him to stay away. The baby mama has yet to take him to court. She dropped the charges every time they fight. They want Tank to stop whooping her ass. This third lady is literally the first lady to take him to court for money. So for people to be like, oh, they just want his money, that's the dumbest shit that you could ever say. That's somebody that doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Because the other ladies are not asking him for fucking money. They're not asking for fucking money. They're asking to stop having their ass whooped. That's what they're asking, bro. They're asking to be left alone. They're asking for you to stop pulling up to their fucking houses. They're asking you for you to stop busting their shit. And this is in every case, it's always the fourth, fifth time. So these ladies aren't even going straight to the police the first time he does that shit. In every case filed on him, the ladies say the same shit. This isn't the first time. This is just the first time that they went to the police. Right? So for the people that's about to tell me that these people just want his money, no, nobody even asked for his money up until this last lady. I think this last lady really about to take him there though. Right? And they keep implying that it got something to do with the fight. Man, I personally don't. I personally, if Tank Davis is out here beating motherfuckers because the fight not selling, then I don't. But I personally don't think it's that. I personally just think that this dude is a serial woman beater. I'm sorry, I just do. I just think he's a serial woman beater. People judge me for smoking and drinking. People judge me for smoking and drinking, right? So I think it's clear basis, right? People judge me for smoking and drinking, right? So I think it's clear basis, right? So to judge Tank Davis, right? I think he's just a habitual woman beater at this point. And the other ladies, like I was saying, the other two ladies, the baby mama and the first girlfriend, they didn't even attempt, you know what I mean, to press charges or anything like that. This lady here though, she's going for the juggler. She's going for the neck. She is seeking, compensation in court. But the other ladies have never ever have never asked to be compensated or anything like that, right? So the notion that all these women are after his money, if that's the game that you're talking about, it's completely not true because nobody even attempted to get his money outside of this lady right now, this stripper that that he just had this incident with. This stripper is probably about to strip his ass, right? 'Cause I think she's gonna go through with it. Because I don't think she want him. Their baby mama want him. Their baby mama like him. That's why she not sending him to jail. We had this conversation before. But this stripper right here, though, from what I read, this stripper that he can't, seem to let go. This stripper that he be known. This stripper that he, you know what I mean, allegedly assaulted. I think she about to take him through there. I think she about to take him through there, man. So just from the details that I read, he busted in the club where she worked, strip club, right? She's at work. He busted in the VIP lounge. So he went and got her. Not only did he go in the strip club, he went and got her out the VIP lounge. That is so funny to me because what we all know what go down in the VIP lounge. Oh man, Tank, you can't save these hoes, Tank, bro, and you damn sure can't beat them if they don't want to be saved. You trying to save the stripper. You trying to save the stripper in the strip club. You can't beat the whole Tank. Don't you listen to 3 6 Mafia, man? Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her. You can't save the stripper, Tank. She don't want to be saved, bro. But you gotta let that shit go, bro. Just go pay your money like everybody else. Just go pay your money like everybody else, fool. Damn. Let that girl strip in peace, bro. She wanna do her thing. She ain't ready. She ain't ready to get off the street shit, bro. But you can't be out here punching on people because you can't have your way. What if we all were just out here punching on? Y'all know it's always a woman. Y'all know y'all never seen Tank get into a public with a guy. Have y'all ever heard about Tank getting into a physical altercation with a guy? We seen Shakur Stevens get into a physical altercation with a guy. We heard about Devin Haney getting caught with pistols, having physical altercations with other people, with other men. Have you ever heard about Tank having a physical altercation with a man? The one man we seen walk up on Tank Davis was Tevin Farmer, and Tank Davis couldn't even look him in his motherfucking eye. So y'all keep making excuses for this dude. I've been south on him. Y'all keep making excuses for this dude. He ain't never had a dust up with a man in public, bro. Never. You never heard him having no type of legal situation with another man. You never heard about Tank Shakur. No, you never heard about nothing like that on the street. Nothing like that. Every time you hear about him, it's for motherfucking woman beating. Motherfucking woman beating. Man, you got to do better, big dog. You got to do better. I think this lady from the reports that I read though, I think she gonna let him have it. So I think he gonna learn his lesson this time. I think now he gonna learn his lesson because I think this lady right here gonna let him have it from what I read. Because she stated firsthand that she's looking for compensation. The other ladies, not so much. This lady stated firsthand that yeah, she want her bread. She's scared to go back to the club. She's a stripper. She's scared to go to work because Tank Davis might come looking for her. Man, that lady about to get so much motherfucking money. Tank finna be paying this money. Tank finna be paying this woman like Shannon Sharp had to pay that other lady. You know what I mean? So now I know damn well Tank ain't gonna retire. You know what I mean? And it's all alleged, right? But y'all know how the system work. Y'all know how this shit work. But you keep coming there for the same thing. It's some validity to what these people saying. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Skin the Hardaway Southern T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love. Y'all make sure y'all come back because I'm going live tonight. Michaela Mayer and Mary Spencer fight, for the strap tonight. Pat Card, I will be live tonight. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.